Many of you have experienced this. Withholding emotional intimacy is quite common. It is when someone is unwilling to be open and vulnerable in expressing deeper thoughts or feelings, needs, or even their fears. They detach themselves from others because they don't want others to see them up close and personal. They're also unwilling and avoid showing love in ways they know their partner appreciates, and despite their partner requests. What happens then? The partner feels unloved and disconnected. They feel alone, even when they are in a relationship or marriage. They feel confused, frustrated, and sometimes even hopeless. One psychologist, Dr. Wise, even coined a term for this withholding intimacy. He calls it intimacy anorexia, which is a relationship disorder with absence of intimacy. He believes one of the main reasons for limiting intimacy can be coping mechanism due to sexual trauma experienced during childhood. The thing is that the person who is holding back the intimacy doesn't even recognize it, or they will not admit it and accept it. They say they don't mean to, and they are not responsible for it. They in fact are very quick to blame the partner for it because their emotions are at stake. They don't want their partner to see any flaw in them, and they will do anything to survive that state. Emotions, I tell you, we are all born with emotions. They are wired into our brain. That wiring makes us react in certain ways. But as we grow, no one teaches us at home or school how to communicate those emotions effectively. So when we reach adulthood and get into dating and relationships, we struggle to express ourselves. We don't know how to identify and name our emotions. Okay, coming back to withholding, why do people avoid giving themselves entirely to another person who say they love? By the way, it happens universally and among all genders. Let's go a little bit in depth about their family dynamics while growing up. In some cases, they grew up not seeing any connection between their parents, so they think it is normal not to show or share. In some cases, one parent dies or leaves and the child feels abandoned, and abandonment is painful. So, to avoid that pain, they choose to close themselves. In some cases, growing up, one or both parents physically or emotionally abuse them for some behaviors. So they associate everything with bad and good boy girl image and try to protect it by not getting too close to someone, because if someone gets too close, they will know all about them and they fear being judged. But they don't want to admit that. One of the reasons for this denial is that they are protecting themselves, protecting their bad boy, bad girl image. They think if they open up, they will be exposed. They think, what if their partner doesn't like them anymore? What if they reject them? What if they leave them? So they hide their feelings and their true selves from their partner. People protect what they love the most. They try to keep it safe. In this case, the emotions are valuable and they keep them inside, safe. And by doing that, they don't realize that they are creating this distance which can harm their relationship. That can be so beautiful. So how you are in front of your children impacts them big time. They pick up everything. There are some scenarios where, some withhold intentionally to control partners. That's emotional abuse. That's another whole issue to talk about. What I am talking about is just a tiny fraction of withholding. This video won't be able to cover all. Okay, coming back to withholding again. I know I deviate. So people who hold back, what do? They keep themselves busy to be away from their partner. And this busyness is intentional. They will spend extra time at work and delay going back home. They will work in the garage or do chores around the house. They will spend extra time with children. They will spend excessive time on leisure activities like reading or playing computer games or surfing the net or even watch TV. Basically, they try to spend as little time as possible with you. Having hobbies and spending time on them is healthy for a relationship, but not excessive, and not if the reason is to avoid intimacy. Then you feel you are the last on the list. They will do recreational activities with you because they don't involve in depth conversations and they're all about fun. So many feel that their relationship or marriage seems more like a friendship than a romantic one. If you're not married yet and it comes to moving together phase, some don't want to get into a moving situation because they fear how are they going to manage that person full time. So many relationships end because of that. Here, you're trying to get something from someone, but they're not willing or unable to give it to you. Withholding serves them, but not you. Yes, it may be hard to let go, but you deserve something better. And some do get married, but why do they marry when they know their partner is not going to give them what they want? The thing is, in the beginning phase, everyone put their best foot in. They will say they love you and try to fulfill your desires, and you see the reality, but choose to ignore it, thinking that your partner might change, which leads to your decision to marry. And as far as intimacy avoiders are concerned, many of them marry because they just want someone around. Growing up, they had seen their mother or father around all the time, making them feel safe and secure. It is just their presence that makes them feel good, that they are not alone. So they want the same thing in their adulthood. I like the way someone cleverly mentioned intimacy as in to me, you see. It is like we love each other, so I let you see me, and vice versa, with all the flaws. But intimacy avoiders want to be loved, but don't want to be seen. It takes courage to accept as you are and share yourself fully with your partner. I will say it would be a good start if you at least accept it. Know who you are. On the surface, yes, you do, but not in depth. Spend some time on you. Feelings are not good or bad, they're just feelings. Own them. Some say that it is a challenge, but they are willing to work on themselves once they become aware of it. They try to reveal themselves little by little to their partner, including their weaknesses. Once they do that, they lose all the fear. I say that is courageous. But one thing the partner needs to be very careful about, they have to create a safe and trusting environment for them. Because if they feel you're judging them or questioning their feelings, they will shut down again. Let them know it is safe to talk and stick to that. So just sit with them and listen. You can even put a hand on their back. Resist the temptation to give advice when they are sharing something with you. Just keep your mouth shut unless they ask you something. Generally, men, they don't feel comfortable when they see their partner crying. They don't know what to do. So they try to find a solution to stop that, or they change the topic. And women, they are fixers as well. They have this uncontrollable urge to fix. People, all you have to do is simply sit quietly and support your partner and let them express what they want to express. And do not forget to appreciate them for sharing their feelings. You need to do your part if you want your partner to open up with you. What that does is it allows couples to hear each other out, create meaning out of the information shared, and respond accordingly. So you can always make your relationship or marriage thrive with the right attitude and hard work. I ask the withholders, the avoiders, do you want to be in a relationship? And if you do you want your relationship to flourish? And if yes, what are you doing about it? And the partners of the avoiders, you deserve to be loved consistently and wholeheartedly.